Hey, what's up, everybody? Jay Pounds here. We got another rebuild video for you. Um, I say rebuild, but really, contending owners are gonna want some of these players too. But as rebuilding owners, you want to have as many of these guys at the back end of your roster as possible, in hopes that they eventually pan out and produce for your team. You obviously, if you're rebuilding, you don't need them to produce right now, but eventually maybe they will, and then that'll be a bonus that you basically got for free, because we're talking about the 15 players to target after your rookie drafts. You're not spending any draft picks on these guys. These are guys that the general view is they're going to go outside of the top 3 rounds. So these are guys, like I said, they're going to cost you a million dynasty dollars unless you got some people after them as well in your league. Then you might have to pay 3 or 4, but you can pick some of these guys up for $1 million dynasty dollars or a very late 3rd round pick. If you hear me refer to them as a draft pick, I apologize. They shouldn't be. Obviously, stocks rise and fall. Some of these guys will end up getting drafted. Some of them you're not going to want at all when it comes time, or whatever. Their stock will fall, and you'll have to wait for the preseason to be interested in them if they get a shot or something like that. But the few things you want to look at is how well did they do in college, their path to playing time, and their draft capital. The draft capital is huge. Obviously, 1st and 2nd round picks are going to get a lot of chances to fail versus, like a 7th round pick or whatever, something like that. But that being said, you also want to look at like the path to playing time, because, a 1st or 2nd round pick could be sitting behind Tom Brady and never get a chance, So you got to kind of weigh everything at the same time, but you want to look at their college success as well. That's a huge thing. How well do they play on the actual football field versus all these numbers and mumbo jumbo that you get during draft season. So you gotta learn how to just kind of sift through all of it and form your own opinion. I do highly recommend everybody forming their own opinion on each of these guys and just kind of having your top few and trying to roster them. Obviously you don't want to roster have half your roster just complete crapshoots that have not the most promising future outlook. But that being said, just form your own opinion and let's get right into it. The first guy we got is Davis Mills, 4 years, $1.3 million. He is the quarterback for the Houston Texans. The Texans took this guy with the 67th overall pick, their very first pick in the draft. They didn't have a 1st or 2nd rounder. Obviously, Bill O'Brien traded everything away, including DeAndre Hopkins and all their draft picks. But with their first pick, a team with so many needs took a quarterback when they have Deshaun Watson. So that tells me Deshaun Watson's not going to be in Houston, or they know he's going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm not saying I know that, obviously. It's hard telling what's going to happen with that situation. It's a sad situation all the way around. But that being said, Davis Mills has a path to the field because all he has to do is beat out Tyrod Taylor. Obviously, Tyrod Taylor has a lot of experience in the NFL. He's played a lot of football games. But if Davis Mills is as talented as he was going into college, it's hard telling because we only got to see him in 11 games. I'm not sure what kind of talent he had around him. He had 287 pass attempts. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. 438 pass attempts, 287 completions for 18 touchdowns. Obviously not eye-popping numbers or anything like that. Kind of a low touchdown rate. But, Trey Lance only had just as many starts, maybe a couple more, I think it was, maybe 2 more, 3 more. Can I catch a break? My bunnies are going crazy again. I don't